Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, they are the pillars of the American dream. The family home, the two-car garage, a land of opportunity. But has that dream moved to the true north, strong and free? An argument is being made that the American ideology is now easier to achieve right here in Canada.
Life, you live longer in Canada, and that's partly because our healthcare system is cheaper. Liberty, you're 1/6 as likely to be arrested in Canada as you are in the United States. And in the pursuit of happiness, we get more vacation days, we spend less time at the office, and there are a lot of international studies that take a look at objective senses of happiness, and they all show that Canadians are happier than Americans.
Former diplomat and current columnist Scott Gilmore is a colleague of ours. He outlined his argument this week in Maclean's. We caught up with him today in Ottawa over Skype.
There's no doubt about it. We have, on almost every indicator, moved ahead of the United States when it comes to pursuing a healthy and happy life.
Gilmore points to the numbers. More young Canadians achieve a college diploma, more own their own home, we even live longer. The Cato Institute's Human Freedom Index considers Canadians to be the 6th freest people in the world, while Americans trail way behind at 23rd, though it's not all beaver tails and roses north of the border.
I would argue that this is a mixed blessing, having such a wonderful country that we have. We really don't, we lack that ambition, we lack that fire. You know, the Liberals were elected on this idea of helping the struggling middle class. But in fact, that motto is just as disingenuous and just as cynical and just as fatuous as Make America Great Again. You know, Canada can do amazing things, but we need to come together and figure out what that would be.
Gilmore believes a good place to start is helping our country's struggling Indigenous communities, as well as opening our doors even wider to immigration. Another political thinker believes we could do even more.
Look at Silicon Valley, look at Harvard, look at these talented people. We should be picking them off. It's certainly not an anti-American stance, but can we unsentimentally package these things, say, look what we've got to offer. We've got the best country in the world, and we're building to one that's even more important this century.
Irvin Student is the president of a Canadian national affairs think tank and the editor-in-chief of Global Brief magazine. He's written extensively about the need for Canada to increase its population to 100 million by the end of the century.
Really starting with expanding the imagination so that young people know that we're dreaming about a Canada that is not tomorrow, not 5 years from now, but at the year 2100, when most of us won't be around. What will it look like? If we're still around, we'll probably be a giant. Probably the second country in the West in mass and in influence.
The Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, this has been a symbol of freedom for the 20th century. Maybe Canada can become a symbol of freedom for the 21st century.